What's up, Yu-Gi-Oh players? I was supposed to go to a regional this weekend on Sunday at Gaming ETC. Gaming ETC capped the players at 230. I was part of the few who got there late because we were coming from a few hours away. This is the first time I have ever been turned away from a Yu-Gi-Oh Regionals event, especially after waiting several hours in line to register, and this will be the last time I ever go to Gaming ETC because they have repeatedly had over 200 players show up to their regional events over the past 2 years and have refused to select a larger venue for their event. Obviously, if over 4,000 players show up for YCS Long Beach and you are the only regional organizer in New England, you should expect a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players to attend the event, especially to test before YCS Philadelphia. So apparently Gaming ETC expects to have enough players pre-register online for their next regionals event in May before they would be willing to book a larger space for regionals. Half the players who showed up to the regional on Sunday did not know about pre-registering, myself included, and it's ridiculous for Gaming ETC to expect players to know this information without advertising it ahead of time. I'm extremely disappointed in the poor quality of Gaming ETC and their lack of efficiency time and time again, especially in the past regionals I've gone to, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to organize a more efficient regional event in the New England area with other stores in the area. So any Yu-Gi-Oh players who went to Gaming ETC yesterday on Sunday, please boycott them and don't go to any more of their regional events or their tournaments because it's BS. With that being said, I spent all month preparing my wind-up turbo deck, and I was not going to let my efforts go to waste because I drove myself and 4 other friends to attend a regionals event, and 4 of us couldn't enter. The last person was able to enter because they cut in line, but he ended up leaving with us anyways because he wouldn't have a ride back. So we looked for nearby locals and we found Most Excellent Gaming. So we went to Most Excellent Gaming for their 1 o'clock Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and I have to say it's like the best local Yu-Gi-Oh store I have ever gone to. So Most Excellent Gaming is located on 920 Enfield Street in Enfield, Connecticut 06082. We went for their 1 p.m. tournament. Entry was $4 and the prize was store credit for the top 4. There were a little over 20 players and we had a 4-round cut to top 16 because the players wanted to play. The store owner asked us if we wanted to do top 8 or top 16, and mad people said top 16, so there we were. It was a really awesome locals. Wasn't a lot of the best players, I think, because it's just a lot of casual players. Couple interesting decks. I went undefeated with a 7-0 record. It was a 4-round split to top 16, so I played 7 rounds, and then the last round my friend and I just ended up splitting the top prizes. Yeah, my friend didn't want to play me because he was playing Inzectors and he refused to be looped by my deck, so it was pretty funny. So here's the deck in question. My wind-up turbo deck. Dark Arm Dragon, 2 Birdman, 3 Gillosaurus, 3 Junk Ford, 3 Kagemucha Knight, 1 Marauding Captain, which is new. Works great with Magician, 3 Warwolf, 3 Hunter, 2 Magician, 3 Rats, 3 Shark. My new tech was 3 Monster Slots. Monster Slots really put in a lot of work, and it definitely really helped in getting my level 3s out and adding cards to my hand. Allure Darkness, Reinforcement, Factory, Smashing, 2 Spaces, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Pot of Avarice, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole. This was the main deck. Extra deck, of course, Triple Zen Mighty, Zen Mains, Giga Brilliant, Leviair, Leviathan, Acid Golem, Zen Meister, Zen Mayo, Adrius, Bryo, Black Rose, Stardust, and Scrap Dragon. The side deck is what really helped me keep winning. Snowman Eater, Thunder King Ryo, Spirit Reaper, Weisel, I actually got to use him once. Gores, Third Space Typhoon, Mind Control, Transmigration Prophecy won me 2 games. Debunk, ridiculous against dragons and great against hand traps. Torrential Double, Double Bottomless, Starlight Road, Solemn Judgment. Great cards. Now, I ended up playing 7 duels. My first duel was against a weird Fiend deck where I lost the die roll first turn and then just got pwned because I didn't draw my loop at all. Then I looped him game 2 and game 3 and just killed his hand, and he couldn't top anything against me. Second round, I ended up playing a dragon deck. The dragon deck was kind of basically the Future Fusion version, so it was a Saki dragon deck. So I lost the die roll again probably because I used my friend's die, and I lost game 1, won game 2, misplayed game 3 with the loop, but I won anyways. Third round, I played against one of my friend's deck, a a hero beat skill drain deck. First game, he got skill drain out on me and it was over. I lost the die roll on that one also. Second game, I looped him over very quick. Third game, I sighted in all my traps and I ended up using Transmigration Prophecy to return his alias back to his deck. And he ended up with a dead Hero Blast that he couldn't use, and I looped him. So it was awesome. Great play with Transmigration Prophecy. Love this card. Fourth round, I played against an Inzectors. I finally won the dice roll, and I looped the kid, but I sent a Hornet to grave, and he just ended up destroying me because I had no back rows, nothing good in my hand to stop the Hornet. So even though I looped him, he still got me. Game 2, I looped him again, except this time I had a lot more options and just destroyed him because he had nothing, no Hornet in grave either. Game 3, sighted in all the traps, and once again just rocked him. I actually ended up using Zenmaio, setting a back row and destroying his face downs, so he couldn't do anything. The Swiss rounds, I went undefeated 4-0, and then we cut to top 16, which I had a laugh about. So during the top 16, I ended up first, I went and played against a Mech Lord deck that one of my friends was trying out just for the heck of it. And yeah, looped him 2 games in a row and just destroyed him. Next was, I played my Hero Beat friend again, and I looped him game 1 because I won the dice roll. Game 2, it was crazy. Game 2, he ended up with a full field of, not a full field, but he ended up with 3 big monsters, Shining, a Barbaros, and something crazy. I ended up doing the loop and dropped Dark Arm Dragon on him and cleared his field. The only problem was his last card was Micro Fusion, so he got me game 2. Game 3, looped him, he had nothing. So yeah, that was the second, and I ended up in top 4. So my last win was against a dragon deck, and the kid was just, I looped him twice. I looped him games 1 and 2, and both times he was just confused about what the hell my deck was doing because he did not know that there existed a turbo variant with 3 hunters in the deck. I topped the locals at Most Excellent Gaming. My friend and I split. We each got $26 store credit, and like the awesome prices on the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, the playmats, and even the products. Like, this is really a great locals, and they say that they have, you know, close to over 30 players on non-regional days. So the owner was extremely cool. He was down to earth, and you know, he seemed to actually care about the people who come into his store. So this place is great. If you're ever in Connecticut, in Enfield, I guess, check this place out. The owner's awesome, the card prices are great, and just in general, the people are great. So despite the BS that Gaming Etc. had put me through, I actually had a good day. My friends had a good day. We found a great new place that we can check out, even though it's like an hour away. So we're definitely going to complain to Konami about this. And anyone else who was turned away by gaming, etc., especially if you traveled like for several hours and you got to the tournament on time and found out about the player cap and had to go home, please, please, please complain with us. Leave feedback about your regional experience by emailing Konami. I'll provide the links below. Either hit the feedback button or send direct emails to Konami. I'll provide the email addresses. And the last thing is, if you've ever driven for hours to a regional, arrived on time only to be turned away because they couldn't fit more than an X number of people, then please let me know by leaving comments below. And that way I know who I'm fighting for, and we get a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players in the community to advocate and get more regionals in New England. That's it for my video. vi3t out.